What's going on, everybody? Today we are watching top 10 mythical creatures caught on camera. Let's get into it.
Can a creature be considered mythical if someone has footage of it? Have I asked this question before because that actually feels very familiar? Probably because today we present to you yet another 10 mythical creatures caught on camera. Number 1 is Canada's answer to the legendary Loch Ness Monster, so stay tuned to find out just what that one is. Number 10. The Bear Lake Monster. The Bear Lake Monster is a cryptid appearing in local folklore near Bear Lake on the Utah-Idaho border. The myth originally grew from articles written in the 19th century by Joseph C. Rich, a Mormon colonizer in the area. He was retelling second-hand accounts of sightings of the creature. However, he later recanted the stories. In recent years, the monster is considered to be a tourist attraction, with hundreds of tourists hoping to catch evidence for the creature. The creature, if it does exist, has seemed to have gone in hiding with the last sighting reported in 2007. The beast of Bear Lake is often described as being at least 40 feet long and with short but powerful legs. The beast was known to wait for its victims by the shores and then pull them in. It is also known to attack unlucky swimmers in the lake. It is reported as grayish-greenish with the head of an alligator. This clip was said to have been taken on Bear Lake, which reportedly shows a huge creature thrashing about in the water in the distance. The video is pretty low quality and you can't really see what's happening. However, the uploader claims that it was footage of the Bear Lake Monster.
Camera quality was bad.
Number 9.
Looked like a man
The
was
Beast of
splashing
Bray
in the water.
Road. The Beast of Bray Road is a hairy
Hey, Luke,
humanoid with canine
what you
whiskers
doing
that was
there?
sighted near the towns of Delavan and Elkhorn in Wisconsin, mainly during the 1990s.
They got
It
Harry
was
Potter out
labeled a
here?
werewolf in local folklore.
That is
However, some people think that it is a cryptid canine instead. Some researchers consider the Beast of Bray Road to be identical to a kind of Wisconsin Bigfoot named the Bluff Monster, or the Eddie. Other names that have been applied to the Beast of Bray Road includes the Bearwolf and the Indigenous Dogman. It has been in the media regularly since the first sightings were publicized, and even had a low-budget movie based on its legend. Because of the numerous witnesses who have claimed to see this creature, the evidence supporting the Beast of Bray Road is far greater than the evidence supporting almost any other werewolf legend. In this photo, we see a photo of a canine-like creature crossing the road on its hind legs. Whether this actually is the Bray Beast, we will probably not know. What do you think?
Weird, bro. Look at chicken.
Number 8.
I think that's a
The
chicken.
Hellhound. The Hellhound is a supernatural canine, much like the Beast of Bray Road.
Dang, bro.
Hey. Oh, nice card. Look, what did I
right,
tell
that's
you?
a truck.
Did I not tell you to get ab launched? Come on, Isaac.
Features that have been
Yeah,
attributed to
I'll-
hellhounds include black fur, glowing red or sometimes glowing yellow eyes, super strength or speed, ghostly or phantom characteristics, foul odor, and sometimes even the ability to talk.
Foul odor.
Tales of
That's
the
you.
hellhound go as far back as ancient Greece, with the three-headed dog Cerberus being one of them. Legend
We got
says that if
Scooby
someone is to
Hunter.
stare into its eyes 3 times or more, the person will definitely die. In cultures that associate the afterlife with fire, hellhounds may have fire-based abilities and appearance. They are often assigned to guard the entrances of the world of the dead, such as graveyards and burial grounds, or undertake other duties related to the afterlife or the supernatural, such as hunting lost souls or guarding a supernatural treasure even. In European legends, seeing a hellhound or hearing it howl may be either an omen of death or even a cause of death. This footage was first shown on the TV show Mountain Monsters. In the clip, the hosts were interviewing a man who allegedly captured the elusive hellhound on video. The video shows what clearly was a black quadrupedal animal, but whether it's a real hellhound, we're probably never gonna
Man.
know.
That was like
Number
a bad
7. The
I don't know what
Skunk
they're
Ape.
smoking.
Skunk
The skunk ape, or Myaka ape, is a
Oh,
bipedal
oh my
humanoid,
God,
possibly a
Isaac.
relative of the more popular Bigfoot.
Oh,
Reported in the
wow.
southeastern
Hey,
United
really,
States,
Hey, what's
including
your
Texas,
family
Georgia,
doing out
and
there,
Louisiana.
man?
However, most
Isaac,
notably,
oh
it's also
my
been reported in the
God.
Florida Everglades.
How
It
they
has
catch
black
you in
fur,
4K?
glowing red eyes. Unusual for most primates because most primates lack a tapetum lucidum, a layer of tissue behind the retina that reflects light.
Yo, why is he so
Most
big?
witnesses say that this is a creature that gives off a terrible odor, so much so that you would definitely smell it first before hearing or seeing it, hence the name. The first ever sightings of the skunk ape were reported through the 1960s and 1970s. In autumn of 1974, many reports were filed in Dade County, Florida. This photo was taken in 2000 and is said to be undeniable proof of the skunk ape.
Nope.
And this video was uploaded to YouTube back in 2013 with the title, "I think I saw a skunk ape, please help." Are these sightings that of a skunk ape or just a misidentified known primate? We're probably not gonna
Just
know.
don't say
What do you
it
think?
exists.
Number
Here, go look in the mirror,
6.
you'll see it.
The
No
Mothman.
way. This ad blocker. Yes, you need to go get it. I think get ad blocker, bro.
Mothman is next.
No,
The state of
Mothman.
West Virginia has had its fair share of strange and often inexplicable
I've seen
events,
two
such as the
Mothmans.
visitation of the Flatwoods Monster
I
and
thought it was
injured
gonna be a
Colt.
man.
But perhaps the strangest yet is the arrival of the creature known as the Mothman, who changed the sleepy little town of Point Pleasant forever when it swooped in on one cold autumn night in 1966. Today, Mothman is one of the most well-known cryptids in the world, made famous partly by John Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies. The first recorded Mothman sighting took place on November 12, 1966, near Clendenin, West Virginia. 5 men were in a cemetery preparing a grave for burial when they saw something they couldn't explain. Lifting off from the nearby trees was a brown-winged creature. The men held to the fact that what lifted off beyond the trees was no bird. It was a humanoid. These photos surfaced accompanying the Mothman's most recent sighting. In the pictures, the creature appears to have wings with pointed tips and long legs, bent at an awkward angle. Point Pleasant locals such as Carolyn Harris believe the
It's a
pictures
hammer.
could be real because there have been so many other sightings over the years. If you want to know more about Mothman, you can find more in his book series, some movies, as well as in the game Fallout 76, where he's actually an enemy. Number 5. The Kangamato. Kangamatos are large pterosaur-like
Isn't that a
cryptids
dinosaur?
living in a semi-tropical region of Africa, particularly in Zambia, the
they say
Congo, and
there's a
Angola.
dinosaur somewhere
Its
out
name
here.
means breaker of
That's
boats
fake,
or
bro.
overturner of boats, as the
I think you've been
Kangamotos are
mistaken
said to
for a
have capsized the
pterodactyl.
canoes of natives and attacked people who ventured
Yo.
too close to the nearby rivers.
Bro, there's no way.
It is described as a
dinosaurs live
reddish lizard with membranous wings and teeth in its beak. Its wingspan ranges from 4 to 100 feet across. When shown a picture of a pterosaur, natives said that it was a picture of a Kangamato. There are several historic reports of European explorers being attacked by large winged creatures, and quite often people were reported to have received wounds from the Kangamatos as well. It is thought to eat mostly fish, but also occasionally humans. Kangamato is also said to dig graves and steal human corpses, because in Africa the burial usually is not too deep. The footage you are seeing, however, was not taken in the skies above Africa, but rather in Idaho. It shows a pterosaur-like creature soaring in the sky. I suppose it could be possible that some species of these flying reptiles survived the Great Extinction.
I've always
Bro,
loved
what is
sci-fi.
this?
Bro, he put every
And the idea of being right on the edge.
5 minutes. He said ad
Number
every
4. The New Louisiana Swamp Monster. The New Louisiana
Isn't
Swamp
that the
Monster
radio?
is a creature that was claimed to live in Louisiana. It was first sighted by a hunter in Berwick, Louisiana, who reported to the media that he found
That's
this
the grudge,
bizarre
bro.
image on his deer stand camera. The hunting camera was broken, but the memory card was still there, and so was this remarkable photograph. NBC news station WDLA
feed
Baton
your dog.
Rouge feels like it looks like a cross between a human and an
Nice
animal,
doggy,
with
man.
long, slender appendages and glowing eyes. This photo has been online for quite
Hey,
some
bro.
time now, but is often
Oh,
associated with
that's a
another
beast.
mythical creature
You're crawling
called the
backwards.
Rake.
You doing
In
that
this
crab
footage,
walk.
a similar creature was also filmed by a group of friends who were out camping in the woods. Unfortunately, the location where the footage was taken was never mentioned. But could these two pieces of evidence be that of a monster that roams the swamps of Louisiana? Number 3. The Fresno Nightcrawler.
Man, it looks like
The
floating
Fresno
pants out here.
Nightcrawler, also known as the
Ah, it's
Fresno
floating
Alien, is a
pants, bro.
cryptid that has made
Oh
2 appearances
my
so far.
God.
One in Fresno,
Man.
California, and the other
Yo,
in
I saw
Yosemite
you guys
National
walking,
Park.
bro. Next
In
thing
both
I-
sightings, it's only seen in video
Yeah,
footage.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna
Fresno
put my hands out there
nightcrawlers
and
appear
see
to be
what it
relatively
wants.
short
Next thing I
creatures,
have
with
floating
most of their
balls
height
out.
being made up of their legs, as they possess an extremely small upper body.
I'm in balls.
It is hard to find details in the upper body of the cryptid due to the poor quality of its footage. It is an extremely thin, white humanoid with no discernible arms. A larger specimen appears to have webbing connected from each knee to the torso.
Hey.
Look like
The creature has also been spotted in Yosemite,
Man,
where
look
footage
like
was again taken from what
flames just
appears to
walking
be
around.
another security camera. This time, there are 2 creatures, one being
Whoa,
very
look at
small,
that.
and
Man,
the
he can't
the
even walk
creature can clearly
properly,
be seen.
man.
Here's a video of that original
Look at
sighting.
him.
Since the original sighting, many
not
have
even
said to have
walking
seen
on the
these
ground,
weird
look
creatures in
at
many
it.
places like California
You
and
can tell
Ohio.
someone's making a movie.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Alright, come on. Best pick. You didn't know.
Today's pick has a lot of video and photographic evidence
It's dog.
associated with it, which begs the question why it's still considered mythical. Number 2.
Oh, number 2.
El Chupacabra. El Chupacabra is a cryptid that is renowned for its
Well,
attacks
this
on
found him to think it's a
livestock,
dog.
hence the Spanish name, the goat.
Hey, what's LeBron doing there?
Eats chickens, goats, and other farm animals and pets. It has been reported all over the Americas, specifically the southwestern United
It's just a
States,
dog.
Mexico, and Puerto Rico. There are two common versions of the Chupacabra. There is a reptilian kind, the true Chupacabra, and a canid kind, which are also called blue dogs. There have been more than 2,000 sightings of both types. The internet is littered with photos and videos of alleged Chupacabra sightings, none of which have been fully verified.
That's messed up. Let
This
it go.
footage is probably the most famous of all, showing a dog-like creature running away from a police patrol car who was chasing it. Most people think that it's just a dog with mange, but what about you? Do you believe in these bloodthirsty
It's
bloodsuckers?
just a dog, bro.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5
Wait,
seconds to
never mind.
complete.
Chupacabra
So
exists,
here's
bro.
the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Hey, if I get this, man, if I get this ad blocker, it'll make my life happen. Oh, yo! Oh, damn. Hey. We ain't here
Number
for that.
1. Ogopogo.
Ogopogo.
or an
No,
Ogopogo,
Ogopogo
cryptid lake
is
monster
number
reported to
one.
live in Lake
Just a Loch Ness
Okanagan
Monster.
in British
Oh, look at
Columbia,
Ogo.
Canada. One famous sighting occurred in 1926 at an Okangan Mission Beach. This event was supposedly witnessed by about 30 cars of
Big
people who
hippo
all
right
claimed to
there.
have seen the same thing. The most
So
common
big as
description
shit.
of Ogopogo is a 40-50 foot long sea serpent. British cryptozoologist Carl Scholker has categorized the Ogopogo as a many-hump variety of lake monster, and suggested it may be a kind of primitive serpentine whale such as Basilosaurus that lived 40 million
Man,
years
was that
ago.
his butt cheek poking up there?
However,
It was like a
since
little
most
tail
evidence
right there,
consists of
so-
footage of strange ripples and wakes on the lake's surface, like the footage you are seeing now, what the creature actually is and what it looks like is kind of a toss-up.
Hey, imagine the
Ogopogo's
Ogopogo.
charm, however, seems to have overshadowed the
That thing
possibility of it not being
belongs.
real. It has become a major tourist attraction, with thousands of tourists coming to the lake each year, hoping to catch a glimpse of the legendary creature.
Well,
Do we leave?
that was a good video. And that'll be it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.